Alright, today we're going to be looking at another item from a recent estate auction. This was out of an estate in Illinois. And sometimes you can find information on the person who the estate belonged to, and that can help you to get some information on the item. But in this case, I think this was an item that the person had just found maybe at a flea market or something, and so it didn't really match up with the person. So on this one here, we see that this is what would be a custom-made raincoat. And it has a poncho liner material used for the interior. And we can see that, unfortunately, where the name tape was, it was removed at some point. For some reason, I got the impression that the estate that this came from, they might have just been using this as a regular raincoat. So, but one of the more interesting things about this one, you'll see these raincoats from time to time that have been made out of, they had like the rubberized ponchos in the 60s and a few other different things that people would have tailors make raincoats out of. And in this one we see that he had a combat infantry badge. You see a U.S. Army tape. Surprisingly, there's no jump wings, but we see that the combat infantry badge and the U.S. Army tape, they look like U.S. made ones. And then right below it we see this patch here is a strike force, which was for the 2nd Battalion of the 502nd Infantry Regiment. See this a lot on World War II things. You'll see photos of jump jackets and different uniforms, even guys I think for like D-Day having this patch on their jump jackets. And if this was a World War II patch, this would probably be like a $500 or $600 patch, but this is a Vietnam era one. But it appears to be that it was probably made in theater or in country. And we see here on the shoulder we've got 101st Infantry, and this airborne tab to me looks like it's probably theater made. It doesn't look like the US made one. And then right above it we see the strike force scroll. And we see here the 2 would be for the 2nd Battalion. I think 1st Battalion was 1st Strike. And we see over here 502 for 502nd Infantry Regiment. And again, that looks like something that was probably theater made. And other than that, it's a, it's a fairly standard. As far as I know, these raincoats seem to work pretty well for the ones that guys had made over in Vietnam. One of the interesting things about the 502nd and 2nd Battalion is that in World War II, the average number of days in combat for a soldier was approximately 40 days on average. And in Vietnam, it was 240 days in a year, so about 6 times what had been in World War II. But for strike force, it was closer to 330 in a year. So when you look at that and you say 330, it's just like a couple of days, maybe 3 days per month over a year's time. So they were in combat pretty much every day. And so it's amazing to think of what the soldiers in a unit like this, what they went through and what they saw in just 1 year tour. And so I thought it was an interesting piece to do a short little video so you can see some of the patches and see how these jackets are made. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and if you have, I hope you'll like and subscribe so you'll be able to know when future videos are uploaded. You'll also know that there's about somewhere between 45 and 50 other videos of different items that have come from estate sales, estate auctions, and some of the history that comes with them. As always, thanks for watching.